China just revealed a robot that doesn't just look human, it feels human. It has warm skin, it reads your micro expressions. And unlike the million-dollar prototypes of the past, this one is hitting the market for the price of a luxury car. This isn't science fiction. The robot is called Moya. It launches in late 2026. And if you work in healthcare, service, or retail, you are no longer competing against a machine. You are competing against a product that costs $165,000 once. It never sleeps, and it is currently learning how to fake empathy better than you can. This is the economic weapon no one is talking about. A Shanghai company called Droidup just dropped the footage, and it's disturbing. Moya is what they call biomimetic. Most robots, like Tesla's Optimus, look like machines. They are clearly tools. Moya is designed to live in the uncanny valley, that creepy zone where a robot looks too human. It's 5 feet 5. It weighs only 70 pounds. But here is the nightmare feature: heat. Moya maintains a surface temperature of 90 to 97 degrees Fahrenheit. When a patient in a hospital touches this robot's hand, it won't feel like cold metal. It will feel like a warm human being. Droidup claims it has 92% gait accuracy, meaning it walks almost exactly like we do. It smiles, it nods, it uses micro-expressions to make you trust it. Why design it this way? Because they aren't building it to work in a factory. They are building it to work in your office, your hospital, and your nursing home. Now, here's what makes Moya different from every other humanoid in development. Tesla's Optimus? It's designed for one thing: manufacturing floors. Cold, industrial, metal, a tool. Moya is designed for something else entirely: your home, your hospital, your office. The difference isn't just appearance, it's market value. A factory robot is worth billions. A family robot is worth trillions. Optimus can build cars, but Moya? It can care for your elderly parents. It can work in hospitals where human touch matters. It can exist in spaces where people don't want a machine, they want a companion. That's why Elon is paying attention to what's happening in China right now. The company that solves warm doesn't just win robotics, it wins the home market, and that changes everything. Now, let's talk about the money, because this is where the script flips. Early reports were confusing, but the targeted price point is 1.2 million Chinese yuan. That converts to roughly 165,000 US dollars. Let's do the math for a business owner. A 24/7 nurse or concierge requires 3 to 4 humans working shifts. That costs a business $200,000 to $300,000 every single year. Moya costs $165,000 once. Even with maintenance, the robot pays for itself in 18 months. After that, it's pure profit. And China is scaling this now. They're not making 5 units. They're not making 50. We're looking at hundreds of thousands of units coming to market within the next 24 months. The production capacity is already being built out. Think about what that means. If even a fraction of those units deploy into healthcare, hospitality, and service sectors, you're looking at massive labor market displacement. Not in 10 years, not in 5 years, in 2026, right now. You might be thinking, but what about glitches? What if it fails? Here's the thing nobody talks about. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be reliable enough that the business case still works. If Moya fails 5% of the time, it still works 95% of the time. That's better than human workers who call in sick, take vacations, and need benefits. A broken robot costs you a repair. A broken human costs you institutional knowledge, retraining time, and liability. The liability angle is critical here. When a human nurse causes an injury, the business is liable. When a robot makes a mistake, it's a software bug. Different legal framework entirely. So glitches? They don't kill the business case. They become features that get fixed in the next update. Now, the actual tech breakthroughs that make Moya possible. Start with the materials. Droidup spent years engineering a flexible polymer skin with embedded sensors. It's not silicone, it's a composite that mimics human skin's properties: temperature conductivity, tactile response, durability. Then there's the actuator system. Each joint uses high-torque motors paired with adaptive damping that smooths out jerky movements. This is why Moya's motion looks natural instead of robotic. Most humanoids use rigid joints with abrupt movements. Moya's joints are compliant. They have give, like human joints. Then there's the AI. Droidup trained Moya on millions of hours of human interaction data. Micro-expressions, gait patterns, social cues, timing, all learned from real people. The result? A robot that doesn't just move like humans, it interacts like humans. That's the real breakthrough. It's not the hardware. It's the marriage of hardware and learned behavior. And that's what nobody was expecting from China. So here's the big picture. It's not 2016 anymore when people said, oh, robots are 20 years away. It's not 2020 when you could afford to ignore it. It's not 2023 when you could still learn the skills and adapt. It's 2026. And this is the year. Someone who started learning AI in 2023 is now employed at a startup, building the tools that will displace millions. Someone else is just waking up to the fact that this is real. They're panicking. They're scrolling Reddit asking, what do I do? The answer is, you're not invited to the transition. You're experiencing it. The people who adapted early are already on the other side. They're building, selling, and profiting from the very thing you're just now realizing is a threat. That's not meant to be mean. That's meant to be honest. The job market in 2027 will not look like 2024. And Moya, at $165,000, is the physical proof. This isn't speculation. This is real money, real machines, real jobs disappearing. The question isn't whether this will happen. The question is, which side of the transition are you on? If you want to understand how this connects to everything else, software dying, infrastructure wars, compute control, financial systems reshaping, subscribe. This isn't a single thread, it's a whole tapestry. And every week we're pulling out a new thread. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.